Everyone, Jamie Pate here. Welcome to this video. We're going to chat about some future things. Let's get started. Okay, friends, I have here in my studio, all over my workspace. You should see this because you guys are going to be part of me kind of getting this organized and some thoughts thought out. So this is like a multi-chapter video today. There's several things I want to share with you. So let's just get started. Obviously, we have 49 in market, evergreen season on the workspace. And as soon as I saw this come in, actually at first I thought, that's really, really traditional collection. And I'm actually really here for it. I'm just thinking, as I do this, I don't know if you do, as I start to think about the holiday season ahead of us, we're actually on the cusp of really not knowing what our holiday is going to look like. And you can go for years and years and years and just think everything's going to be the same until everything changes. And maybe this year I am going to actually need to hold on to some very good and strong traditions. I don't know. The thing about this collection, though, is that it's not just Christmas, which I always love that. This will definitely take us into winter. Let me stop gabbing. I'm just going to talk you through each of the papers here. They always include a bonus print that's on the back. It's almost like almost pencil-y sketch in brown with a little bit of gold. I'm not sure if we have any more of that gold in here. And I'm going to be bringing stamps. You can see over here, I'm going to be bringing stamps into the conversation today as well. This is called Yuletide Abundance. Wow. Do I love that? Because I hadn't seen the names yet. So I'm loving that name. I'm not quite sure if I love the Santa yet, but I'm not a big Santa girl. I'm more icons than I am themes, if that makes sense. So I don't know. We'll see. Because I love bows. I love florals. I love all the holly and berry. I love poinsettias. I love the text. So we'll see. We'll see how it works out. Okay, so here's another green. This one's called Evergreen Blessing. Gosh, I love these names already. This also has some of that gold. I hadn't really realized there was some gold in here. That'll be fun with some gold threading, some gold ribbon, maybe some foiling. I'm kind of thinking out loud. I told you I would think out loud as I'm going through this because I really haven't spent much time looking at this yet. I adore this fa la la pattern, and you're going to see this come up again and again and again, and you'll see that in a minute. This is called a ceremonious poinsettia. Very beautiful. And I don't tend to use the 12 by 12s in their full-on sheets. So you're going to see this broken up quite a bit because I do 6 by 8 album. I use ScrapbookCom 6 by 8 album and for years and years and years. So I have a nice shelf of the same albums. I didn't used to do that. I used to be all over the place, which was fine. That was the season. Very vintaging. Vintaging? That's not a word. I don't suggest that word, actually. This is Festive Traditions. It's a big repeat pattern and just has some real, just what it says, festive, traditional, vintage vibe going on, and then a tree repeat pattern behind that. This one's called Rejoice in the Season. That is lovely. Wow, this is really... I keep thinking through the names of these papers. They don't usually affect me, but they really are. And I love the poinsettia. I love that broken text that comes through so much. I love the text you can see underneath. I call it underneath. I know it's not. So this will be really great for 6 by 8 or vice versa, correct? Yes, it will be, Jamie. And this is a sort of a Nordic print on the back. It's really pretty. It's very distressed. I really like that. I can see using that quite a bit. Here's another repeat. This one's called Cheerful Christmas Star, and it's a repeat of pine cones and flowers and berries and all good things. And then a kind of the green Nordic print. Same thing, distressed on the back of that. And we got Santa coming up again. Okay, this is the paper that you're going to see again and again. This is why I not only have this paper in the pack, I bought 2 more sheets of it because I love it. That's why. There's no other reason to do something in this papery craft than because we love it. This is really pretty. And again, this is the first time I'm seeing each of these papers. This is a repeat pattern, but it's this blue and this green. I think it's going to be Shabby Shutters, and I think it's going to be Speckled Egg. And then maybe some Lost Shadow. If you're following along at home with your Distress Oxide palette, that is what I'm talking about. Then we have this tree slice, I'm not sure, trunk. repeat pattern. And this is really lovely. It's very non-traditional Christmas, right? That's why I'm saying this is going to be great for things beyond Christmas. I'm going to probably have to get some more of that. I really like that pattern quite a bit. Okay, then we have... Oh, did we say the names of this? No, we did not. This is Joyful Timber. That's fun. And this was called December Florals. And this was called Classic Father Christmas. I love that they're doing these 3x4. These are so great they're great for gift tags. They're great for just tags, interactive pieces inside your projects, inside your album. They're great, usually quotes. It's not beyond me to cut these out and just use them like they are. So those are very fun. And a great, I was thinking maybe this was vintage photo. This looks more... It's got more gray on it, although I think this is vintage photo. This almost looks more like scorched timber to me. All right, so then we go into the, they call it the 12x12 collection pack. It's the solids collection. I am a huge fan of the solids, and I'll tell you why. So this is the bonus, which is just a lot of great distress and postage and script, like quintessential, right? I mean, I can see stamping on here with some quotes. I can see rub-ons on here as well, because you've got this in the background. That rub-on's going to pop right up. That's going to be a lot of fun. So the thing with the solids that I'm really loving is the texture. It's almost like a canvas texture on both sides. I really think it's absolutely beautiful. And I don't really know what this color is because it's not Shabby Shutters. It might be Speckled Egg. I'm not sure, and we'll swatch that out to find out. So here's color 2, then you have a much lighter brown on the back side. This looks to me like an Rustic Wilderness, but you got a little bit of peeled paint in here too, don't you? So I just am loving this dimensional solid. I think solids are really important in albums, and red, I'm having a hard time with the red. Well, you can speak to the red for me. This is definitely a Shabby Shutters, and then here's just a bit lighter background there. And you're going to see here, I have some more patterns out of paper, and here's why. I wanted to talk for a moment about other papers. I am starting to collect and put my cart together now because I think I'm going to come across something and I'm going to want to go ahead and want to make an interactive element. I don't want to wait till December. It's just how I'm feeling right now. I might feel differently in a month from now, but right now I'm going to start adding some things. So you guys could very well be familiar with this Mente Dots Vellum. It's actually, I'm using this it's part of my supply list for my SBC Fest class that's coming up in the middle of September 24. I will link that below, but I almost have this constantly in stock. I'm not sure if I'll use the Basil White. This is not currently in stock at ScrapbookCom right now. I also keep it in stock here in the studio. I very often do reach for this for some really clean pages, but I don't know. I might be turning to the collection, the solids collection in here. There is one more paper I wanted to go through here, and probably maybe with the solids. This is called Snow Days from ScrapbookCom, and I think a lot of these colors work back into the red. That's more maroon than it is red, but it's not terrible. But see, I just wanted you guys to see that I think this is, oh my gosh, I love this. Oh, come here, little plaid. Come here. Oh, did we have a plaid? I can't remember now. But this plaid, if that was just plaid and this together, that is yummy. Yes, it is. So that might be a color that works, or a pattern that works. I'm not sure about the leaf motif. And the one pattern that was in here, that was the... Oh, I think that's the plaid I was thinking about. This right here. I think this works. The stars and this page here, this real vintagey page, there's pinks throughout. So that is an idea and a thought for another complementary pattern. This is a solid. Might want to keep that close. What else? There's a stripe too. I mean, I think the stripe even goes with this. I would put those together for sure. Something like this that works. Huh. We might be seeing some pinks playing around in here this year. And another solid pink. Oh, I'm going backwards. I'm going the wrong way. Here, let's go back. I don't think those are working for me, but the greens could. And the tree, that would work with this collection as well. I just think it's good to know. I think this brown wood, there's the other wood pattern in here. You might not want to mix that, but it's just a thought to ponder. This dot is forever to be, this will be used everywhere. I can see me pulling this dot out for sure. So just to show that there's other collections that will work into this, I love finding those. I love mixing patterns. I love finding things that just complement each other and work side by side like that. Let me talk real quick before we go into the next segment about some dies that I'm going to have on hand that I know I'm going to be using. So the Sprigs dies, this is an oldie. If you've been following me for long at all, let's say, you have these, and these will probably make their way into this album. I'm also a huge fan. What's the name of this? This is called Sealed Holly Sprigs. This is from Spellbinders. Huge fan of those. Those are absolutely beautiful. Constantly using the vintage labels from Sizzix and Tim Holtz. Love, love, love this. These, let me see, what's this here? Okay, the Joy and Noel, it's from last year. It's still available. I went ahead and pulled it out because I love it. I love that large text going on there. And then the Holiday Brush Stroke and the Bold Text Christmas, they are still at ScrapbookCom. I put a note on them to know that they are on clearance. There are just a few left of these because they're on clearance, but they're also good price. So I want to throw that out there because I am almost positive these are going to be showing up in my Christmas album. Okay, I'm going to take a moment and swatch some colors out here. And I haven't done this in a while. I used to swatch palettes a lot more previously than recently, and I don't really have a reason for that. When I saw these colors and when I saw the pattern papers and it started making me think about the colors that they were, I decided, yeah, actually I do want to do just that and swatch some of these colors out and see what I think and pull a bit of a ink kit, if you will, together for when I am going to be adding and starting my book, which could be anytime. I'm just in kind of an odd space right now that who knows, maybe I'm just gonna dive right in and start adding some pre-made pages, some title pages. Maybe I'll start my numbering. I'm not 100% sure. I haven't figured my numbers out yet, and I'm not sure if the ephemera, which we haven't gone through yet, is going to work in here. I have to go look at that. There's still tickets from last year's collection. Don't ask me the name of that collection right now. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and swatch out some grays. I don't think I've ever swatched gray out before, but there's quite an array of grays in here, and I think I just want to be able to kind of think that through a little bit. And you know, I wonder too if this will inspire some more art journaling. I've talked to a couple of you guys who talk to me in different places on social media, and you're already thinking through your own albums for next year, and you're figuring it out, and you really actually have inspired me to do the same, to think through, what do I want this year to look like? How complicated I'm going to be, how prepped do I want to be? And so I don't mind. Yes, it's still 80 degrees outside. The dogs are outside barking. You can hear them. I don't mind in August trying to figure that out right now this year. So here we go. I'm going to go ahead and pop Speckled Egg down here. I'm going to leave it by itself for right now. And because I want to make a row of some of these. Oh, see, that's interesting. I think I might have a little bit of green still. This is just such a chameleon color because it can come off blue, it can come off green, right? So I might still have some green on here. Speckled Egg might need its own separate ink blending brush. I think that's what I'm saying out loud here. So lastly here, let's add on I'm going to go ahead and swatch Lumberjack Plaid. I think it's too red. Just by looking at it already, I'm a little questioning it's being a little too red, a little too maybe on the pink side. What's my other color that I have? I have Crackling Campfire, which, yes, I think you just said it out loud. I believe it's going to be too orange. I just put on order Barn Door, and there's another one. There's another one. It's not coming to my brain currently. So this is going to be, yeah, see how orange it is by itself. But watch what we're going to do. I'm going to add the residual here on this side. And then I'm going to come in here with the Lumberjack Plaid. And I'm not picking up too much actually at all. You can see lumberjack plaid, it surprisingly has a lot of pink tones to it. And then when I rub it over this, I think this is the color I actually want. But I'm not going to do that, right? Probably not. Answering for myself here. Okay, so let's pull some of these colors back out. Actually, let me first pull off the stencil. Just a homemade DIY stencil using a circle punch. And so Speckled Egg is working best with that. And I don't hate the weathered wood here at all. Even the iced spruce is pretty good. This might actually need, what's the other color? Pine needles? This might actually be a pine needle. Note to self here. Here's a red. And see, it kind of works there, doesn't it? Can you see that? I would probably still keep all these colors at least. I probably would just pull together a whole entire, it's just not red enough. I don't know. Let's not be perfectionists. Let's just use these as some ideas. The spruce is good. That last shadow just looks like a tan right now, doesn't it? Against everything else. Isn't that awesome? And then here's that. I would do that. I would do the weathered wood with this for sure. So what's the moral of the story here? The moral of the story is pull your papers out and your colors out and play and get familiar with your papers. Because see, you've got this green right here, but you have this green right here. It's totally different than everything else, right? So there's a lot of these colors are going to work. That's going out though for sure. The crackling campfire. So make yourself a swatch sheet and keep it with your cart or with your tray or however you're organizing Christmas. That's my little suggestion. All right, got 2 more chapters here I want to share with you. The stamps that I'm going to be using. And none of this by any means is all inclusive. If more things come into my periphery and I say, that looks cool, I'm probably going to add it. But at the same time, I am sort of kind of limiting myself a little bit. She says that, and then she doesn't follow through. We will definitely follow up with this as we go along. So this is low in stock, but it's one of my favorite stamp sets. It's Bold Tidings Mini, and Stampers Anonymous does not retire, so that should be available for a while. Wordfetti Fa La La. I guess I have 2 of them. I don't know why. And Wordfetti Holly Jolly. There's one other Wordfetti, I think, and I just don't have hands on it right now because I love me phrases and I use these all the time. Watch my ScrapbookCom homework video to see a little trick that I'm using with this. And then these are not available yet. They are coming soon. This is just part of the Sizzix 49 and Market holiday collection stamp and die set. There's dies that are included with this, and these for sure will be playing nicely with my December album this year. Okay, we're going to wrap this up with just a few more items that I do have from the evergreen season. Of course, I have the rub-ons, and I always get the rub-ons, and I am pretty happy with them. A lot of Father Christmas, the watercolor kind of a play here, lots of joy. That's super fun. Great sentiments here, lots of stars, very beautiful. There's also a botanical. It's not available yet at ScrapbookCom, but it will be soon. The evergreen wildflowers, because I wanted all the stemmy things. That's what I'm calling them. I think those are going to make amazing layers. And I'm also going to be going ahead and pulling all these out. I have a hard time storing these still in their in this I don't even call this packaging. That's what you call it, James. It's packaging. And so I think I am going to take some time, utilize these stack and sort trays for like all the botanicals in one place. So probably all these wildflowers are going to end up being in a tray like this. This is the ephemera bits, and it is 119. Now I do know I'm going to come back in another video and show you how I will be sorting these, because I do have some pretty tried and true ideas for sorting these, because there's so many pieces. Like these types of tabs, I actually want to collect them from all my 49 collections and have them all placed in one place because I use them so much. Or labels, I want to have one place for all my labels because I use them so much, and my sentiments. The frames, there's several frame situations going on here. So I'm going to go ahead and throw these into here. And I also went ahead and picked up the chipboard frames as well. I think, not realizing there were a couple of frames here in the, well, there's only 4. I don't know. I might have gone overkill. Do you think so? These are even this is part of the sticky back chipboard here. So you've even got the middles that you can utilize, but these are absolutely gorgeous. I'm actually really looking forward to this. And I want to say one more thing before I let you go. Thank you so much for watching to the very end. Stay tuned. I got some ideas of some makes, and I got some more ideas of how we can make our storage just that much more accessible. Because if we can't access it, then we don't know what we're going to make. And that gets really frustrating. I know. I've been living there for a long time. Last thing I want to say is I mentioned earlier numbers. And as I've been thinking through while recording this video, I might not even do numbers this year. I might not do 25 stories. I might not have 25 stories I want to tell. That's where I think I'm actually headed. I think I'm going to tell the stories I want to tell. I'm not going to worry about what day they happened on, and I'm not going to worry about perfecting that to 25 days up till Christmas. That's what I'm thinking right now, and I think that thought is going to stay. I love you guys so much for staying here till the end. Thank you so much for watching. Please let me know if you have any thoughts, comments, instructions, corrections, or questions. Drop them in the comments below and check out these links. I'll see you soon in the next video.